Hey, Canuck fans, welcome to the Line Change Podcast, a proud member of the Hockey Podcast Network. We're going to go over an article where Jim Rutherford speaks once again. This time, he has a sit-down exclusive interview with Patrick Johnston of the province, also known as PJ. And while he apparently clarifies what the direction is of this team and the whole Canucks being open for business and veteran players being up for sale, so let's go ahead and check it out. Share screen. All right, let's go ahead and dive right into this. We're really only going to look at the quotes. I will leave a link to this article in the description down below so you guys can read the whole thing, but I just want to look at the actual quotes from Jim Rutherford. Starting off with the position of the team, I believe this is from TJ. The position of the team is that you would be willing to talk about the unrestricted free agents that would be talked about closer to the trade deadline. And then this is Jimmy himself. This isn't about just looking at trading everybody. There are a number of veterans who have played very well, so this isn't about clumping everybody together. It's more about accelerating the obvious moves that could be made 2 months down the road. Now it says here, the return Rutherford and Alvin are looking for younger players. We've been hearing that a lot. Prospects or even draft picks. And then this is Rutherford again. Whether it's a younger player or a draft pick, that's really the direction we need to go in. He said before laughing and bringing up the word that he knows many have been discussion unprompted, to be clear. That is the only thing. Here, let's bring this up real quick. Share this. Hopefully no ads pop up in the way. Here we go. We have to make this team younger. We have to get this team going in a different direction from where we've been. That is the quote. We just read this one. There's that quote we just saw. Use whatever word people like, whether it's somewhat of a rebuild, not a full-blown rebuild, but a rebuild / retool, whatever. It's a position we've been in since the JT Miller trade. And then they go on to talk about Quinn Hughes, and he goes on to say, I believe Quinn and his agent are aware of the direction we want to go, and they're aware of the direction they want to go. Everybody wants to play on a winning team. But there's different reasons why people make decisions. Let's see if there's any more quotes. We were trending in the right direction at the start of the season, the first couple weeks, and then Hedl and Bluger go down. And so we go down from a position that we'd admittedly said from the start of the season in training camp that we'd like to add another center, but that center has not been available. That has made it more difficult for this team. I don't think we should focus a whole lot on the mistakes younger players make when you have veterans making the same mistakes. I think it would be unfair to just point fingers at players. We play in a game of mistakes. There's going to be mistakes made, but certainly these good young players are going to just get better. They're going to be better for the experience. So there's that article. Let's go back here. There we go. So after reading that, I'm a little confused. Didn't Rutherford literally a week ago say that a rebuild is not something that we're going to look at doing? I mean, oh, here. Sorry, guys. There you go. Yeah, he literally said that. A rebuild is not something that we're going to look at doing. Now here we are a week later, and he's talking about a rebuild or a partial rebuild. Remember how in the Ian McIntyre interview, he used that word he likes using, transition? Well, it looks like he's moved on to partial rebuild or whatever you want to call it. what are you doing, Jimmy? You say one thing, and now you're saying another thing. Make up your mind. Are we rebuilding or are we not? Like, personally, seeing these quotes, honestly, this interview should have taken place a week ago. That's not on Rutherford or PJ. Let me just make that clear. But the interview with IMAC, he shouldn't have said what he said. This is what he should have said in the Ian McIntyre interview, in my opinion. I understand he probably wanted to squash the whole rebuild and the negativity, but this is where he should have started from the beginning, not be like, oh, we're not going to do a rebuild. That's not something we want to do. We've talked about this in the Garland video, the Elliot Friedman video too. I believe if you trade a guy like Garland, you're going down the path of a rebuild. Same goes for Sherwood or, anyone you trade from the core. The direction we're going in, rebuild or partial rebuild. Rebuild on the fly. Transition. Is Jimmy going a little, I don't know, maybe senile in his old age? I don't know. But let me give a big shout out and thank you to my primary sponsor, DraftKings. The Line Change Podcast is a presentation brought to you by DraftKings. Spinorama's Michigan goals, a wicked sprawling save across the crease, or even a jaw-dropping glove save. Live and breathe all the highlight moments with DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NHL. New customers, this one's for you. Bet just $5, and if your bet wins, you'll get paid out $200 in bonus bets instantly. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use the code THPN. That's code THPN to turn $5 into $200 in bonus bets, and your bet wins. In partnership with DraftKings, the crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 8778-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY, which is 467-369. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly on behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort, Kansas. Pass-through of per wager tax may apply in Illinois. 21 plus age and eligibility varies by jurisdiction. Void in Ontario. Restrictions apply. Bet must win to receive bonus bets, which expire in 7 days. Minimum odds required. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see dkng.co/audio. This is a limited time offer. So yeah, I'm like, I don't know what to think about what Jimmy's doing. I'm not trying to harp on the guy or knock on him. It's just, this is frustrating. Like, commit to a rebuild or don't. Don't say, oh, we're not going down the direction of a rebuild, and then a week later, things suddenly change. No. I also want to know what's changed in the last week. Canucks lost, yes, 2 more games, one to Dallas and one to Calgary. Calgary one was a stinker. But after those 2 losses, he's now all of a sudden saying, we're open for business. We're going to trade our veteran UFAs or veterans, one of the 2. And yeah, I'm just really confused by what Jimmy's doing and the stuff that he's saying. Let me know in the comment section down below. Are you guys confused or maybe frustrated by what Rutherford's saying? Talking about this, but obviously, that quote about Quinn Hughes sounds something similar to that quote he did, earlier this year about, playing with his brothers. Is it Jim Rutherford putting his foot in his mouth? Again, something that he's known to do. And it's also something that we actually kind of like about Jimmy because, he's a straight shooter. He tells you he's not afraid to say what he feels and what comes to his head. So, on this Rutherford And Johnston interview, I thought it was great. I am my PJs, so it's great to hear more, but it's also great to hear that there's an actual direction, and it is get younger, which there's nothing wrong with at all. But it's just, pick one. Fans have been clamoring for a rebuild for 15 years now, and we all know Aquilini doesn't like a rebuild or doesn't want to do a rebuild. Trevor Linden tried to do it, and he got completely shut down. So I'm just frustrated that, we're having flip-flop on what's going on and what the direction is. And on top of that, the Canucks are playing like shit. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. And as always, let's go Canucks. And I'll catch you guys in the next. Hit that like button. And if you want to stay up to date on all your Vancouver Canucks content, be sure to smash that subscribe button and turn on your notifications so you don't miss a single video. You guys can find us on social media. We're everywhere on social media: Facebook, Instagram, X, TikTok. Feel free to give us a follow on all of our social media platforms. You can also find us on Discord. Join the discussion. There's a link in the description down below. It's completely free to join. And if you prefer an audio version of this podcast, you can find us on both Spotify and Apple Podcast. On Spotify, feel free to give us a follow, as well as rate and review us. And as I said, let's go Canucks, and I'll catch you guys next time.
Hey, Campoli missed the puck. Ryan Johnston just gets it out. And Hughes dumped the puck back in. Campoli trying to clear it.